Today we're going to talk about God and sobriety. It's a huge subject and it's a huge problem for a lot of people. I find that it gets too much attention and it causes so many people to either relapse or not come into the program or be miserable while they're, doing the 12 steps. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Everybody has questions. I worked in a rehab, and the majority of the questions came with when we got to a certain part of the 12 steps, which is like 2 and 3, the God thing became a massive issue because everybody confuses the business side of religion and then the spiritual side of religion. They confuse those two things. They think religion is the business. They think it's like billion-dollar cathedrals and the guys in huge hats and all of the money, and that's what we think it is when we walk in. That's what a lot of people think it is, but it has nothing to do with that. It's just the spiritual aspect of it. A guy told me that all you got to do is figure out that the whole universe is not here for you. You are here for it. Once that clicked in my head, then it was totally fine. I was open to the idea that maybe there's something bigger than me going on here, and I will not shut the door on the idea that there is something going on. Meaning, as long as I can be okay with the fact that, maybe there is a God, and if there is a God, then okay, they can kind of help me, and I'll give them a lot of the, I'll follow whatever the universe or God is kind of directing me to do. If I'm okay with that option versus shutting the door on it and saying, I'm not okay with that option, there is no God. Like, this whole program is about being open to the idea that what you're thinking and what we're doing is wrong, no matter what it is. I walked into this program and I thought my favorite color was green. It's blue. Like, it changes every aspect of my life. I had to be able to look at. The God thing is no different than that. I was so stubborn when I came in here that I really wasn't even willing to. I was like, nope, no God, none whatsoever. And I wasn't even really willing to investigate it, because to investigate it, I have to be open to the idea that maybe there is. That's all it really is. It's just being open to the idea that there is something bigger than me going on here that can actually help me. And then if there is that, then I'm willing to give to that a lot of my problems and have it show me the path. That's it. That's all it is. It's not something to get stressed about. It's not something like, okay, now I need to cut myself and sign on a piece of paper with my blood. There's nothing to do with that. It's not like, oh, I'm joining a cult and, I have to put on black Nikes and kill myself in a camp somewhere. That's not what that is. It's just being open. And it's the exact same thing as every other part of the program, where you just be open to the idea, right? This is the craziest part. If you're a liberal, be open to the idea of being a Republican. That's it. Just be open to the idea. That's all it really is. If your favorite food is eggs, be open to the idea that maybe it's something else. If you think your favorite movie is this, be open to the idea that it might not be that. It's just being open to the idea that every single part of your life can change, and what your knowledge is and what your truth is can change. And allow it to change when it needs to, and try not to fight it so much. That's where so much of our struggle comes in. It's because we're fighting something because we're like, nope, this is how it is. And there's something inside of us going, you know what, it might not be. And we're fighting ourselves in that scenario. That's the God thing, is stop fighting yourself. Be open to the idea that maybe there's something bigger than you going on here that could actually help you. That's my God talk.